APIs need protection. Adding API to API management. My name is Ilari Mikkonen from FIWARE. Welcome to today's episode. In this video, I will be adding an API to API management. Why is this important? If you have an API, it doesn't necessarily have API management around it. And if you have an API, it's like leaving your kids at the street without any protection and nobody watching over them. And this is not what you want, because you can do whatever you want with exposed API endpoint. Thus, you need a protection, and API management is a really good tool to provide that protection. So in essence, it means that before the request entering the API, it will hit a proxy, API management proxy, and then proxy evaluates if the request shall pass or not. But to the actual point of today's demo, I will add an API to the API management. I'll sign in. Important is security stuff. I am in as admin because I see some extra options that other normal people don't see. I want to show you one additional. In this particular API management, only platform admin can see these options, so that's why I'm an admin. This might not be in your case, but it works perfectly for us. In order to add an API or to get full functionality out of the API management, you need to have a proxy. So I have added one earlier. It's fairly easy. You just click add proxy and fill all the fields. I will not show it right now because accidentally might reveal some keys or tokens, and I don't want to do that. But point being that you need this proxy. In practice, it will give you the external URL for the API. You'll see how this is used later on. Few access tokens to the proxy and the analytics endpoint. Okay, now actually to the adding of the API. One that I have done earlier, but let's go through the motions once more. Give it a name. I love test is probably my favorite name of all things. I have been using this REST countries EU API because it's free. Now the API is added, but it's not connected to the proxy. So we need to do the settings. Could upload a fancy logo like, whatever, and do some other modifications to it. But now remember the proxy that I was talking earlier, you need to select one. So I will select this test API, and here you can see the proxy base path. So API user sent request to this address, and then we need to give it an extension which identifies the API uniquely. And then in this REST countries, I could show you the REST countries API documentation, how it actually works, but not gonna go into it. It's not the point of this video. I will make it as easy as possible, so I will disable the API key requirement. There are additional settings, tons of these, but we can discuss those later. Ask me if you want to. I will save this configuration. That is. I'm using that in the other API, so let's use the word test because, probably that's also in use, but let's give it a try. It's not. All right, beautiful. Now, so what we have done so far is we checked that the proxy exists. We have added the API. We have configured the network settings so that it's connected to the proxy. Now it is time to test it. Because we have disabled the API key requirement, this in principle should be fairly easy. And the REST countries, it works so that you actually give a name here, name of a country. So let's pick Finland. I'm from Finland. And it's not found because I can't type. That's why. Finland. Let's try again. All right. And we get information through this API, which is now controlled by the API management. Let's do one more tweak to see that the API management actually operates. So we now have API key requirement in place. And if we reload this, we get an API key token missing. This is your basic access control possibility. You need API key token. Okay, thanks for watching. Click the links below and do subscribe. I'll be doing more videos on these FIWARE API management API topics. Let me know on comments below what you want to hear next. Or you can drop me an email, ilari.mikkonen@profirator.fi. Again, thank you for watching and have a beautiful day.